is up, nation? Welcome to the Light Bars and I can't.
Popcorn.
Welcome to the Light Bars and Lockers podcast, the Jeep podcast, where we talk about badass builds, answer your questions, and talk about ways to beef up your ride. And sometimes we have amazing guests. So tonight, as always, we got Ryan from Combat Off Road, and joining us, we've got HammerLane Customs.
What's up?
What's up? I'd like to say what's up, but in truth, we've already talked for 25 minutes. Yeah. It's okay.
That's all right.
It's going on. What? Let's.
Oh, look at you. He's got audio visual aids.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Oh, it's too funny.
Well, why don't we start with? Let's talk about each of you individually, real quick. Just do a quick, introduction. Tell
color.
the listeners who y'all are. Favorite color, all that fun stuff, and then we'll talk about Lane Customs, where it came from, and all that fun stuff.
All right. Well, I'm Essie, and I actually come from Chicago, and I moved down to Georgia back in 2011. Fast forward to 2017, Lane and I met, and now we are here.
And she's the boss.
Oh, yeah.
The question,
that's how it goes.
Call the boss.
Yeah.
I sit in the back, I bang wrenches, I throw them, I get mad because, I do like to talk to people and hang out every once in a while. I get to know my customers. But call Essie. Please call Essie. I don't have time to walk to the toolbox every 5 seconds to text everybody back. But
there you go.
So,
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So,
what I mean.
We talked about me. Where are you
from?
from?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
I lived in Georgia my entire life.
You southern that.
Yeah. Married a lady. I kept her here. I know a bunch of y'all will hate me for that.
I brought hockey into your life.
Now you like hockey and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
She changed my life just a little bit. But no, this is something I've always done since I was 16, 17 years old. My mother used to get on to me like, why can't you just leave a car alone? And I used to tell my mom, because stock, I cannot stand stock. Make it your own. Do it your own way. Make it personal.
No, but what was that saying?
I'm not going to say it.
You could say it. Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Just tell my mom. Stock. Have stock. I'm not freaking going stock. I want it to be my own. I want people to recognize it. So the original slogan when she decided to get an LLC and make me go forward with this, because I didn't think we'd ever make it, was because stock is boring. Like, why do we want a stock car? Make it your own. Do something with it. Make it personal. Make it your own. Express your personality.
Right.
I used to ride Harleys. I loved Harley Davidsons just because of the fact that you could actually make them your own. Of course, everybody does chrome and black, but you can actually buy so many different accessories. Yeah. It doesn't matter. No two Harleys are exactly the same unless you buy them both from a dealership. But then, with the Jeep community, I started messing around with Jeeps when I was, young. My mother got an XJ. It was a piece of crap, 2.8 liter. We blew it up like 3 times. My dad would be the one that's riding around with a whiskey bottle in his lap. We're going to sand it, mud everywhere. Fixed it, So Jeeps have been a big part of my life. My mom was really big into Jeeps, and she always had one. She was real big into the XJs. And then I helped my dad restore CJ5 way back in the day. And from there, it was just, I liked working on things. I liked making them different. I even went to work in a dealership for a little while, and it drove me crazy because people would come in and pay all this money to return it back to the original standard. Like, you're going to spend $700. It's still going to look the same when it leaves. It's still going to perform the same when it leaves.
Right.
It's the same exact thing. The dealerships just rail people. Back then, that's the way I was looking at it. But I'm not going to get talking about dealerships.
No.
But I mean, for the same amount of money, you can go somewhere else and you can make it cooler. So why not make it your own? Why not do something fun with it?
Yeah, pick some stuff, right?
See the difference, or you can feel the performance, or you actually have pride in your vehicle. Make it your own. You spend a lot of time in it. And with me being a truck driver, it's like, I was in the truck. It was my office. It was my home. Anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day. So what did I do? Shined up the truck, chrome the truck out, put lights on the truck. It was an obsession. And I finally got into a place to where I was able to make other people happy and help them out by helping them do these things, because they didn't necessarily have the tools, or they didn't have a place, or they didn't know how. And it kept going and going from there, to a point that, me and Essie got together. She believed in me. A king's only as strong as his queen. I tell everybody that.
There you go.
So I had her supporting me, her pushing me. And I hung up an 18-year career to go doing this after meeting with the owner of Fishbone. Just happened to bump into him, took some pictures of my Jeep in front of his trailer, tagged him in it, and got him on the phone. And that is a very humble, straightforward guy. And me and him actually talked on the phone, and he's like, who built your Jeep? And I'm like, well, I did. And he's like, what shop did you use? I'm like, I don't use shop. I turn my own wrenches. He's like, so where did you build it at? I'm like, in a 2-car garage. And he's like, you got a lift? And I'm like, no, I got jack stands. And told him that I did it all on my own, and that I'd actually built my wife's, and so on and so forth. And honestly, that was truly our first dealer account. He told me.
Him along with Matt from DNR Auto.
Yep, Matt with DNR Auto.
He was huge.
I'm not going to mention Fishbone's owner's name, but because I don't want to throw him out there like that. But he's super cool, super down to earth. He pulls for the small guy. And between those two people, Essie went and got an LLC, and it just, it's flourished. It's just gone to different levels. I would have never imagined 4 or 5 years ago that we would be doing podcasts. I would have an 8,500 square foot shop, and I would have a technician, and I'd be doing this full time, and I would have quit my full-time job to go and do this. Man.
Right. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is super cool. That's a great story.
Every day I walk in and I see HammerLane on stuff, and I'm like,
or you don't leave.
Yeah,
he walks out of the bathroom. And he's like, yes, look at that.
Exactly. Right.
I'm already here. I'm here early. I'm here
I'm
before
already here.
because I never left it.
Right. There's been those days.
Yeah. Dion says he's watching / listening while he's putting on his wife's flares. How about that?
There you go.
That's a true Jeeper right there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious if you don't mind me asking, what you said you had a career 18 years and then you left 2020, right? To start. What did you do previously?
I'm actually a fully endorsed Class A CDL driver, and I've drove trucks.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I worked for several big companies, 400 or 500 companies. I was a green team member for Waste Management. Responding to a bunch of contracts during the Gulf oil spill and stuff like that. Right. So I've been top tier with a bunch of elites. I was very fortunate in that. I was really good at that, and I took a lot of pride in it. I was, happy with my job. Sure. But it just, somebody else dictating to me that I have to be up at 4 a.m. to go in and do something. When I'm like, I kind of like to sleep in a little bit. I am not a morning person. I'm like, this kind of sucks. And then it just became to a point once we got the LLC that I was making more money in 2 or 3 days at home than I was making in a truck. And, Essie finally looked at me and was like, why don't you just quit? You're over it. You're tired of getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning and being gone 14, 16 hours a day. Just quit. And I'm like, I can't quit. We have 4 kids. Like, I've depended on this income, this set amount of income forever. And she's like, we got it. You got it. I believe in you. We can do it. Just quit. And I quit. and worked out my notice and everything, which I'm still in great standings with every employer I ever had.
That's cool.
They would have me back in a minute. Matter of fact, they've actually asked me to moonlight with them and help them out sometimes on the side, which I would definitely do because they were good to me. And
I think you miss being in the truck
I
sometimes.
kind of do, but I hate it in a traffic.
I miss the
So,
truck with you.
Yeah, I can't stand Atlanta traffic, and the drivers around here are terrible.
Yeah.
So that part annoys me, but I love being in the big trucks, man. Love my Kenworths and my Peterbilts.
Well,
You know, that was always fun. So I think that's part of me that'll never die. But
well,
you know.
and Lane and I, we met in an off-road park here in Ball Ground, Georgia, in the middle of literally nowhere. And I was with a friend of mine, and he was helping do stuff at the park. And
I actually hauled in all the rock for the rock garden for that park for them to help them have a rock crawl so that we could have somewhere to, you know, have more aggressive buggies to play.
so really
It was
from
a lot of fun.
day one, it was Jeeps off-road. And yes, that is a big part of what we do. But we also do trucks and side-by-sides and lowriders and
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I want to see that square body done. That thing is amazing.
Yeah, that's high on the priority list. That fully
we finally got the wiring harness in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Body harness now to redo that. But that one's on 22s, lace full frame, air ride all the way through, custom paint, LS swapped. That's a beautiful truck. And then, like she said, I gave up all my Jeeps and I got an OBS when my mom passed away. That was her favorite truck. It actually sat in the backyard for like 10 years. I got that truck, and first thing I did was slam it, put it on Corvette wheels, and so I'm driving. As funny as it is, I work on Jeeps, but I drive a 5.7 dropped and chopped.
Okay. I got
Chevy,
the JKU and the TJ.
I got a picture of the square body.
That's the square body right there. Yeah.
Oh, that is insane.
Super cool. Yeah, it's super nice.
Yeah,
That is
super
so
nice.
cool.
truck.
So pretty.
That belongs to a guy named Avery. He's super excited.
There's the Jeep before it was done.
Oh,
That's
Bumble.
Bumble. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Bumble?
what it was.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
that was right before
Look at
Jeep.
you.
You have all the inside pictures, Ryan.
I know, inside the shop even.
Right?
Yeah.
And then this is is it Chris is the other guy that works for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, my technician,
And then
Chris.
his little
Oh,
buggy
yeah, that's
there.
his buggy.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool. So that was kind of
Nice.
what I was walking
We got
into.
it all put back together and took it to Windrock for a week. So that was fun.
Oh yeah, nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
And,
So he got to go up there. He had never been to Windrock before.
oh, he must have loved Windrock. It's fucking cool.
He liked it, but it's so much road driving, and that buggy is built to come off a trailer and hit an obstacle. So that is the most miles that buggy has ever done in one hit off the trailer and being that far away from camp. But we put 90 miles on that thing in 2 days. Up and down the roads, I mean, everywhere. And that little thing just goes, man. It's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think we have a story of brewing here. Hold on, what was that? Oh,
There it is. Oh, there you go.
oh, there it is.
Little
Oh,
scenic photo.
That's it's a good picture. So somebody says the only guy to bring a Jeep to park in the dumpster. I need to know this story.
Not me.
No, you did.
What?
You brought the
Oh,
Jeep.
oh my God.
Davy
Who
Jones.
is that? Why does it keep saying? Yes.
What, like
I-
a roll off or something? Like a roll off bin or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I
My Jeep's been the roll off
yeah, when
thingy.
we were doing it at home before we started the business, yes, I would actually pick up Jeeps and transport them in a 20-yard
That was
roll-off
a
dumpster.
$500 Jeep. That
Yeah, $500 Jeep in there. I've hauled my JKU in there, my TJ in there. Her JKUs have been in there.
Man,
a
it's
makes
great.
a great transport, and
Oh,
when
yeah.
you work for the company and you know the owner and they're super cool.
SWG.
Yeah, and
Waste away.
Yep. They were super cool, and they would let me go pick my stuff up and move them around. So yeah, they've
That's
let me
amazing.
in a dumpster. There's a lot of those photos floating around.
That's pretty.
I
cool.
think the same person says my Harley will be there. The only person I'm going to let touch it.
Oh,
Perhaps is that it's the
Jeremy,
same.
or is it Tate? Could be Tate. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, but yeah, I mean, we can do
Tristan says yo.
yo.
Tristan.
Yeah.
And then Harry says, I'm working for a roll-off company driving KW up at 2:30 a.m. and work at 4 a.m. Oh, there you go.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he knows the
He
struggle.
feels-
At 2:30
I was just saying, he feels your pain.
though.
Right?
At 2:30.
Oh, I had to a couple of times. That's a hard life, man. People don't realize what it's like. going
It's
through
a
that.
right.
Dude, it sounds
Yeah.
terrible. Just as we talked about for 4 seconds.
Ryan's like,
I'll get
"F
a
that, I'm out."
2:30 to take a piss and I'll go back to bed. You know what I mean? That's about it.
So I'm curious because I mean it takes a lot of guts to pull the trigger and get your own shop, right? So I mean having the encouragement, obviously, it's a lot, right? But and then where you've come, like the success you've had in such a short period of time. I mean, it's been what 2.5 years. Amazing. Like
we got the LLC approved
It was
4 years ago.
It was Jeep Fest 2018 that we were standing. All right, Ryan, you were at Jeep Fest. They have that little walkover over the obstacle course.
Yep.
Yeah, like
We were
the
standing up
one ready
there,
to go. Yeah.
phone dings, and it was, your LLC's been approved, and we had our little moment then, and
Was that 2019?
2018.
Was it really?
Yep.
Damn.
It's okay. Time flies.
Right.
I know how you
time
feel.
has been the last couple of years. It's been
It does, and to think we were working out of a 2-car garage back then under the house. And she would get so mad because I'd be down there with brake parts cleaner, spraying everything, and the whole house be fumigated, smell like freaking crap.
Brake parts cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
That way you kill my bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that no bugs.
There you go.
You should have got lemon scented brake clean. That's your problem. You fucked it.
Oh, yeah, because they make that. Brake clean, right?
Yeah.
No, but back then, I knew nothing about Jeeps, off-roading. I kind of just winged it, and then I met him. I've done my gears. I can change my brakes, even those stupid little metal clippy things that go on them.
Did that fly off after you try and get them?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't find them. They bounce 17
He hates those things.
No,
man.
but I can change my tires. I know my vehicle, and I can take care of my vehicle. So now I'm at the point where I want to teach other women, like, know your vehicle. Like, yes, the guys are nice, but you don't need to rely on them. Know your shit, basically.
Yeah. Whoa, it makes sense to You don't have to do everything, but you should definitely.
Well, I don't need her depending on me anyways. I got enough problems of my own. No, I do like it. I like the fact that she gets involved. She did, in fact, set up her 488s and her JKU by herself. And the only thing I did was come in and just check the backlash and check the pinion depth with the gauges because she didn't know how they worked. So I teach her that. But she shimmed everything, set it all up, and then she actually just did a full set of cams on her 3.6 by herself because I was to the point that I had no feeling in my left hand. So trying to get to those stupid little 27, T27s on the back of the bed just drives me nuts. I can't do it. So I call her back there. And she's like, just leave it alone. I got it. And actually, she did full cam job on her 3.6 2 days by herself.
And then we went to AOP on a wheeling trip, and he broke my axles with 30, 40 minutes of being there.
Oh, no.
That's the worst, right?
He would fuss and guss it and everything, and he went straight down the freaking axle.
Yeah, it happens. I guess.
Yeah, it happens.
Still, it happened fast. So,
wow.
Garrett says he was just about to say she's the 3.6 girl.
I am.
There you go.
There you go, 3.6 girl. And then bringing Jeeps back to life like Davy Jones.
Oh, Davy Jones. That's a $500 Jeep.
That was my ZJ.
Oh, really?
No windshield, no anything.
I'll be right back.
Oh, people time.
No worries.
You said not to say anything.
No. He even said it. He jumped away. He's supposed to walk down the stairs.
There's
That's what he said.
Davy Jones, we spent $500 on this ZJ, and it was in the woods. I spent probably about a week trying to clean all the mold and everything off of it. And then we took it to a park that used to be around here, actually, where him and I met. And the whole weekend, we brought it on the roll-off truck, dropped it in the parking lot, and just wheeled the crap out of it. He played tug of war with, I don't even know what kind of vehicle, broke the axle. So we went and found somebody that had a welder. We re-welded it right there in the parking lot, threw some old oil that somebody else just took out of their Jeep, threw it in there. It ran. We went, and then I got to smash it.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
And
the name of the Jeep?
$500 I ever spent.
Yeah, that's amazing. $500,
right? But the name of the Jeep was Davy Jones Locker.
We named it
or
Davy
Jones. Sorry, Davy Jones. Got it.
Literally looked like you just pulled it out of the.
That's a great name for a Jeep.
Ends of the ocean. It was so disgusting.
Wow. I love it. That's a great name.
There was no windshield.
That's so great. Cool. That's awesome. That's so good. Harry says, what does he say? Off-roading is my therapy when I'm not working to recharge my mind. Yeah, man. That's awesome.
That's why we took a week off. We don't get to do the off-roading as much as we used to. We were out there every weekend on trips, but now we have a business and a shop, and we are building stuff for other people to go out and enjoy the week.
Well,
that's how it goes.
We talk about that every now and then. Like Ryan says, like it's like almost like going to a show versus offer. Like it's something you have to do, but I mean it's just a different kind of fun, right? Like talking to people in the shop all day, and talking about their builds is cool and stuff. But going out and getting on the trails, it's just like you build really strong relationships. I find with those people. So.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's it's just different kind of fun, right?
Yeah, different kind. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like it's more fun. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind doing the shows and talking to people and stuff, but it is cool to be able to actually go driving.
Oh
yeah.
Yes,
totally.
Exactly. And it's amazing how people. Pardon me.
I said I do miss being out there with everybody like we used to be, but I mean, it's part of it.
Yeah, I think if you can try at least do it like even once a quarter, like at least once, it sounds like a long time, but if you get it once every 3 months, consistently is not too bad. You know what I mean? Kind of stay relevant that way, but it's hard. I didn't do it. Like I didn't do it with either business. The only four-wheeling I did this year is I went out with Warren and Factory 55 with like Holly and the Flex Rocks rollover dudes and all those guys. And then I went out with Paul and the JeepBeef guys for the off-rodeo. So that was it. So really just 3 days in the whole year.
Well, did you hang out with Mike Miller, though, ORA, while you were up here for Jeep Fest?
Oh, well, Mike took me out on on his trail. He just was wanting to show me like the 101s at Iron Mountain, like the stuff he used and stuff. So it's cool. We did it real quick. But yeah, we went out there.
Some of the muddiest vehicles.
Yeah, I know.
Really like hit the mud in the picture.
Terrible, man. But
he should charge people to teach him how to wash them after.
That's
another
an
side
extra
business.
Charge. That's right.
I'm gonna put a link outside for his customers. No, I'm kidding.
No, or disclaimer for all you HammerLane customers, you're going to get charged more if you have Georgia clay on your crap.
Yeah, I've heard it's from Mike in particular.
From that place before, it's funny.
Dude, my Jeep, we brought it there in 2018 or 19, the JL, and we got washed out of Georgia Jeep invasion pretty good. It was a giant monsoon, and then there's still like crusty mud. If you hit it in the right spot, you'll just get a little mouthful of Georgia mud or something hit you in the eyeball or the nose or something.
No, it's undeniable. You know exactly where it came from.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's very gritty.
That's the consistency of nothing else, I swear.
Yeah, and it's hard. Like you could probably build houses out of that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Like,
if anything ever happens, we're going to Georgia to pick up some mud.
Build some and they would like take mortar rounds. I think after they dried up. Oh, what's that? It's a floating bottle. That's so cool. I need one of those. That was awesome.
A floating bottles of makers. I got you, Ryan.
There you go. Amazing.
There you go.
Seabolt, you need to go to Ryan's house.
Yeah.
Stephanie says that she had
I drank everything I had down here.
That's it. He's done. That's why you got to bring extras. I have
I brought too. These are actually from like we bought these at Sheriff's, me and Brent. You might remember Brent, Bilstein Brent. You guys did. You drove the.
I know Brent.
Yeah, yeah. You guys were. I was taking a poop, and I'm like, I went to that awful public pooper, and I'm like, who's like lighting up the tires? I missed it all. I just heard it.
You didn't see me do the burnout?
No, I was burning out in my own little washroom.
His own burnout happening.
No,
that
Brent's
demon's
awesome.
nasty, dude.
Oh yeah.
I 1, 2, 3 of them.
What's that?
I need 1, 2, 3 of the demons to put in everything I have.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, now she wants all demon swaps. I'm like, no.
They're pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's amazing how loud the blower is inside the cabin, right?
Sick, dude. You can hear it coming a mile away.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking any more of that.
What
There
do
you
you got?
go.
All the bottles will start to float soon.
No, that's some stuff from Tennessee.
What is that?
Oh,
My friends, they never fail me.
they just shake their head.
Here's some. Drink this.
It's our body
Thanks.
guy. He
Yeah.
is supporting his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is it?
There you go.
Triple berry.
Triple berry moonshine. It's
Is it-
pretty.
Yeah, it's like rocket fuel with a little berry taste to it.
Yeah, yeah. It tastes like Kool-Aid, so it's dangerous. You gotta
Oh,
watch it.
right. Oh, I had one of the sheriffs had peach moonshine with like peaches in the glass jar, and I'm like, oh, like I was worried because I never had it before, and then I took a swig of it, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I had to go for more of it.
At Jeep Fest?
It was at the Georgia Jeep invasion a bunch of years ago.
Oh.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
Sheriff knows where to get the good stuff, man.
yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was all his own stuff, right? So it was, I was worried it was gonna taste like, like some kind of like race fuel or something, but it was actually amazing.
Some high octane.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the greatest thing about being in the South, man. Everybody has their traits. That's a heritage down here.
Oh, sure.
With their moonshine and stuff in the South, they're real proud of it.
It's cool.
A whiskey or a
Yeah,
bourbon.
totally.
Just sipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this peach stuff
There
the
you
guy
go.
had was crazy. It was so smooth. It just tasted like peaches. Like at all. Like you didn't feel like any alcohol. It was
Yeah.
wild.
Give it about 4 or
Give it
5
a little
sips, and all of
while.
a sudden you're like, what happened?
Oh yeah, exactly. Be in the hospital after drinking that whole little, what do they call those little glass jars? The mason jars,
Mason jars.
I would have been dead.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would have caught on fire. Something would have happened. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. That was
Yep.
super cool.
Well, so then let's talk about maybe the future of HammerLane. What can we expect in the near future?
Well, my future, I really I want to run in some sand dunes. Whether
Oh yeah, you got to go
King
to
of
Silver Lake.
Rivers.
Silver Lake's pretty wild.
Yeah, no,
You guys-
she's wanting me to get her into KOH.
I want to do
Oh,
KOH,
yeah.
but I am coming down to being realistic about that, and it kind of scares me.
I don't want to ride passenger because I'm not running through a desert to go get parts. Okay,
Ah,
enough walking and door swapping. You can forget that.
I have no problem with the speed. I got the lead foot, but
Well, I mean, like with the future of HammerLane, though, like where are we going as a business? That's the thing, and that's scary.
she's spending money on KOH. What didn't you hear?
Right.
She's ready to go all in. Like,
You gotta get to work.
Uh,
I think it's time
no,
to build a
it's not
Jeep, man.
that.
We got.
Well, no, I mean,
Tough to
for
buy.
us
Right.
with the future of the company and growing, it's scary, man. I mean, I didn't expect to get to where we're at now. I don't know what the future's bringing. I'm trying to keep up with everything and schedule everybody accordingly. But I mean, we're running ourselves in the dirt. So it's like, do I hire somebody? Is there anybody that's worth hiring? Because nobody really wants to work, and nobody's going to work like I work.
No, definitely not. Yeah, you're gonna have to have some normal hours for the normal people.
Then I become, the warden, and I'm out there screaming at people constantly and demanding too much of them and running them off.
But see how you're talking. You're already aware of that, right? So then,
yeah,
that means you probably won't do that, or if you start to do it, you'll catch yourself. So that's actually good traits to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So
I mean,
you know not to expect the moon. You know that you can't scream at people because they're there. Win, lose or draw, they might love you or they might take pride in their work, but they really are there to like Friday. I'm excited to get my paycheck. right? And you can't be
Right.
mad at anyone for that in that sense. And if you keep all those things in your brain,
Well,
you'll do just fine. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a culture. You're gonna have, you know, your all your customers are showing you the type of culture you have, right? If you can just keep pushing that on everyone, which doesn't seem to be hard to do, then it'll become like
Right.
it's going to become like the culture of the inner team, right? And then I think you should probably consider definitely pulling in some people and just, you know, teach them, hey, this is what we do here, this is how we do it, you know, and we're going to be open these hours and you're going to have to work these hours, you know, reasonable, right? And then just see. I mean, there's trial by fire, you know what I mean? If someone sounds good and you hire them, and then you know, they have a period of time where it's they sink or swim, and then you can fire them without consequence anyway. So
yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's just scary. I mean,
This one has
Yeah.
of an issue passing over somebody else.
Yeah.
Really, it comes down to it's my LLC, but this is his name. And
well, yeah, that's where you build the culture. That's where the key is in there, right? You build the culture within the business.
It's just it's hard to grow and it's hard not to grow. So
right.
I mean, there's a lot of things I would like to do. There's a lot of things that we've got in the works. We've got a lot of one-off stuff that we've done, a lot of one-off stuff that I would like to see getting into production. I feel like we have a couple of things that are really ahead of the curve for what people are looking for right now, and some development that we've done and some things we've learned along the way that are really groundbreaking game changers. So I've just got to put the pieces into place, man. I mean, the future is wide open at this point. I just don't know how fast I'm going to progress, I guess you could say.
Sure.
You know, like I said, having the proper people in place. I can't say enough about the technician I got. Chris is freaking amazing. I love him to death. I can't replace him. He won't go home. He's like a stray dog that I fed. I cannot
Won't go home.
out of the
That's a good
shop.
problem, huh?
I'm like, dude, it's 11 o'clock. Go home. Get out of here. You know, and he won't leave. He will not leave me. And I love his dedication.
That's amazing. Wow,
Wow.
that sounds like
I'm very, very
that's amazing.
fortunate to have him. The thing is I'll never find anybody else that'll work for me like he does.
Well, it's okay. You just add in. So if you could take 2 or 3 days or a day out of your week by supplementing with someone else who's going to work, let's say, argumentatively 9 to 5, right? So if you could get 3 or 4 days a week.
I'm on Ryan's level.
Yeah, but see, now, no, you're expecting me to leave the shop where my name's on the door, and that's not happening.
Yeah, but that's why you have checklists and you have all these things, and like,
I just can't do it, man. I can't do it.
well, you have to have to get over yourself a little bit.
Ryan,
That's
we
just how it
need
works.
you to come to a shop for like a few days. You and
I can
Lane
tell
do
you
one-on-one.
whatever. I can teach you guys all that stuff. I don't have a problem with that.
It isn't about me getting over myself. It's about
I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Release it and trust in somebody else.
Right. That's the idea, right? Like that's why it's really just processes and procedures, right? And you're going to get people who are going to make mistakes, and you just can't lose your mind because you just got to teach them, right? You teach them as much as you can, then they're going to fall into something, and then things like are going to come out of pain, because that's kind of how everything I do and learn and everything seems to be painful. Like, oh shit, that didn't work. You know, like
Right,
oh,
it's so true.
That cost me $10,000. Like that stuff happens. Yeah,
You just got to learn the lesson, though, right? Don't repeat it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can avoid repeating it, and then if you can get some good out of it, and you'll just grow through that. But there's a lot of processes that we've used in the offer addiction stores that, you know, I'm happy to like, that happens. I thought you guys are like, we can put in
It's
the
the
caption
moonshine.
controls, but I thought it was caption controller. What is that
it's
called? You know, the little weird lady in the corner that does everything when you're talking.
Oh yeah.
I thought those guys are trying to do that shit. Yeah, there you go.
I figured it was the moonshine kicking in. Oh god, they're starting to hallucinate. That's it.
There's a bear in
I'm just
front of me.
acting the part for him. I'm not actually drinking it because I'm like, there's no
There
way.
you go. There you go. It looks like Mike has firsthand knowledge. Mike says these guys are awesome. I've left the shop at 3 a.m. and they're still working. So there you go. How about that?
Sure has. Mr. Hannah Fab.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
He's
and
pretty
then
good, just a little bit.
Candy says when you have old school ethics and values, people see that and growth happens. That's it. It seems like that is apparent here. I mean, honestly, like we've had lots of people on the show before, and really, I don't remember anyone getting the love that you all are
You
getting.
got to come out with a music video or something.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. That's why I say, like, all these testimonials and people speaking so highly of you. It's pretty amazing, and it says something about the shop. I mean, in a couple of years, how far you've come, all of these people lining up to say how amazing you are. I think I mean, honestly, I know that running a business is sometimes scary, but I think you all have the foundation to grow. Definitely, like there's no question for sure. So, Tron says, what's Tron say? They're one of the reasons I started powder coating. Great friends. There you go.
He does all of my powder coating for me.
Tron powder coating.
He's actually, I was the first person to invest in him to be able to buy his first oven.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which bought me priority.
There you go. Yeah,
exactly. Right.
You're like, get that shit out of my oven.
Right.
I
mean, he has done powder coating for so many of our customers now, and it's done so much for me personally. Just another person. I helped him build his Jeep. We've done so much stuff with his vehicle personally, and he's done so much good work for us. And he's growing very quickly. I think he's actually trying to buy an oven big enough now that he could do like the full tube chassis on our buggy.
Wow.
To expand his business tremendously. So it's just, he's quit being scared and pull the trigger. Pull the trigger.
Yeah, what would Tron do? Like the real Tron.
Right,
like
exactly. When you're talking about hiring.
He'd kick your ass, right?
Right?
Be Tron when in doubt.
Yeah. That's it.
WWTD. There you go. So let's talk quickly. You had mentioned about the website, growing the website, correct?
Yeah, I am technologically incapable of doing that. I hate a computer. I love my cell phone. I can do anything on the cell phone. I love the cell phone, but when it comes to computer, absolutely no way I'm doing with it. Essie's been teaching herself to build the website up. We have interactive garage now, where you can actually go enter the year, make, model of your vehicle down to your actual dealer VIN color, and you can build it any way you want to from there, and you can see it in a full 3D view. You can change the background. You can do all kinds of cool things with it, and actually see what your build looks like. And you can actually order parts from there, and it submits it to us and tells us what you have. We've got, of course, this video up and running. This is an old video. That video is now almost a year and a half old. Good friend of mine did that for us with his drone, just playing around, trying to get something together for us when we were young with the company. I mean, so we're building it up as we go. But like I said, we're not website developers, so she's learning as she goes, trying to get some parts on there, get the e-commerce side going. Because,
but did you do the one that's up there now? Like Essie, did you do that?
Yes.
I didn't edit that video. David.
No, but the website itself.
The website is all
the website.
Yeah, it's amazing for somebody who's just like messing around.
Visually, it looks good.
I've seen some
messing
really
around
bad stuff.
Hours and hours on how-to videos. I'm like, I don't know.
What did you build it on? Because it really is pretty good. I mean, wow, I've seen really bad websites, lots of them. So
really, and so am I. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't want you to come to my website and look at it and be like, WTF? Because I've been to a few websites, and I'm like, ooh, really? Like, I really want to order anything.
Yeah. No, visually, it's really well done. Like, did you use like Squarespace or
GoDaddy?
Oh, just GoDaddy. Okay, right on.
Yeah. And then whatever.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Crap I have on my laptop that
right.
makes me
right.
I don't know. I'm not social media. I'm the one that if I want to do something, I'm going to figure out how to do it myself before I am contacting somebody else to do it for me.
Yeah, right. That's a dying
fundamental
a dying
for
trait.
it, right?
Yeah, Yeah, no, it looks great.
Not easy.
So, no,
Yeah,
it's
no,
definitely not
I
easy,
don't
but
like it.
good on you for being able to do it and make it look so nice. I mean, honestly. So moving forward, you're planning on moving more into like the retail, like e-commerce and
I
having
would really like
products and
to
what have you?
get our online sales up, just because there's a lot of people that are like me. I want to do it myself. So if I get the part and I got the instructions, I'm going to figure it out. And I don't need to be in Georgia or anywhere near a shop that's reputable. I like to do things on my own, but having a retail online shop, that's just a little bit more revenue.
Yeah, right. Oh no, absolutely right. And you're right. I mean, there's a lot of things though, a lot of things that people can do themselves, and it's great and it's fun, and it's I think it's Ryan Combat, that's sort of their main selling point, if you will, with the Combat products. It's like, hey, you can do most of them at home on your own, but hey, you want to go and get lift kit and re-gear and things like that, that's when you bring it into the shop. And it's a great combination, because then you really feel like the Jeep is yours. It's customized by the shop to your liking, but at the same time you can get down, and that's what I love about the Jeeps. Because I'm a computer guy, not a mechanical guy, right? Like I'm the opposite of Lane, in that respect.
Some things are easy to do in your driveway and do it with friends, and it's fun. But I mean, some things are just not driveway.
Yeah,
right.
cut grind weld is not like something you're gonna just do on a Sunday, 12 beers deep,
Right, exactly. With case of beer.
Also, with re-gearing, I mean, re-gearing is just not a driveway job. That's not something that you just YouTube and you go in there and say, oh, well, we can do it. You know what I mean? The tools for your pinion depth finder and your backlash and your dial indicator and all that stuff, the tools alone cost more than the gears themselves if you're buying quality tools.
Yeah.
And then
Good point.
you're trying to figure out how to use it and you've never used one before, and you're going to be trying to set those gears and pull those gears, set those gears, pull those gears. By the time you're invested in the tools, the gears, and your time, I mean, how much is your time worth to you, right?
Oh, totally.
So
right.
by the time you're done, man, you have invested 3 times the cost of getting it done in the shop.
And it's not something you're going to do all the time. Like, you're going to waste all that time and energy and money. And not like you're going to re-gear every Tuesday. You know what I mean? You do it twice in your life if you're good. You know what I mean? Like,
premium, you get it done. It's warranted. You haven't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's over with. Some things like that are just better to take to a real shop, and then like inner fenders or putting on a set of fenders on a JK or something like that. That's something that if you've got some general knowledge and you've got a set of tools, I mean, you can figure it out, you can get it done, and you can have a good time doing it. Yeah. But those things you can claim you did yourself. Some things just need to go to the shops.
Professionals, totally.
Back up on it,
Yeah.
No, makes sense. There's no question. Garrett says, I feel a website is a very important part of running a great business. And and their website sucks you in a great way. It's very user friendly. And the interactive garage is a great place to start for someone who's looking to build a vehicle for the first time. I had to stop for a second. I was like, wait a second.
I know. That was great how it cut it off there. You're like,
well, I had to cut it off just for a second. I was like, wait, before I keep reading, and their website sucks. Wait, what? No, it sucks you in. I got it. Now. Okay, I just had to get through the whole paragraph.
Yeah. That was an emotional comment.
Right?
I was like,
I read the wrong one. This is
right. I was like,
yeah.
Waiting.
Too good.
Amazing. All right, so where on social media and the web and can everyone find you?
TikTok.
No.
A little dancing.
And no, I'm starting dancing.
It's not what
They might be doing a little bit of dancing.
No, I don't.
I don't even know.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
Yes. She's taking all my private portals away from me where I can actually be myself with my friends.
But
don't go there. Don't.
Right there. At the end of the day, it is us, and that is what we give. Really, we don't sugarcoat. We don't really change who we are.
No, that's amazing. Yeah,
we're
awesome.
loud. We're crazy. We have fun, and
I get stupid.
He
Not in the
does,
shop.
but you educate our customers. It's just not.
Brian's seen me be stupid.
That's different.
Yeah. So it was dark mostly, though, right?
We are big on not just doing a job for our customers, but we want to educate them along the way. So, we'll bring, we had a customer in recently, and she had some issues with her rear wheel bearings, right?
Yeah, the axle bearings.
Bring her into the back and, okay, listen to the sound. You hear that? That's your rear wheel bearings. And, that.
Well, and then I grabbed another axle shaft I had from another rear axle and brought it down and showed her, like, okay, class is in session. Here's the retainer. Here's the bearing. Here's the seal. This is what holds it all together. This is what it looks like inside the part that you see. Right. So let me explain to you what's going on. This piece, because your worst customer is not an educated customer, right? I mean,
then they see it. They see a bill, and if they don't understand the whole complexity of the bill, they're like, "Oh, I don't know. I feel like I got taken for a ride."
Having something to show somebody and be able to educate them and let them understand exactly what's going on in there, even though they can't physically see it on their Jeep, but explaining it to them in a way that they have an idea of what you're trying to tell them. Like, the educated customer is the one that is appreciative, so to speak. They're appreciative.
No, it's true, right?
What you're doing, they understand what it took to get there. So I keep a lot of really screwed up, busted parts on hand, even though I'm going to throw them in the dumpster.
I used to do that too.
There's a situation that comes up where I'm like, you know what? I got one of those. Let me show you what it looks like from the other side, and I'll take a few minutes and let them understand what their vehicle is doing and how it all goes together and how it works. And that's something that I like to do. I mean, that helps a lot.
It's huge.
Yeah. So when
there's something to be said about taking the time to educate somebody and just explain it, right? Like half the time. So, I took my my Jeep in for a regular oil change, and I'm like, there's a little, whatever sound going on. It doesn't matter. Long story short, they couldn't figure it out. Like they just have no idea. If the machine doesn't tell them what's going on with the Jeep, they don't know. And so to spend a couple extra minutes to help educate them, to like spend the time to even just say, hey, here's what's happening. Here's what we want to do. Are you cool with that? I think it builds value, like big time. Oh yeah, totally.
I never want to get to a point to where we can't take that time to make sure that customers educated as to what's going on. It's a big part of who I've always been and what I do. Is trying to help people, and I've been slammed for it. I've had people say, that's stupid. I've had other shop owners tell me that, you don't tell people what this is, then they're going to go do it on their own. Well, if they go do it on their own, fine. But you know what? If they screw it up, they're going to come back to me. So I don't care. Right. There's enough vehicles around that, you know what? If they understand what's going on in there, then they're more comfortable, and I feel better about, if I had to charge you $400 for a stupid bearing, I feel better selling it to you because you understand why I'm having to sell it to you. Right. So for me, I mean, I don't mind sharing that knowledge and helping people out if I can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's yeah. Well, I mean, like I say, it shows. It's taking the time. Like you clearly get to know your customers as well, which is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Harry says it was great chatting with you guys tonight. So he's heading to bed. 2:30 a.m. comes pretty quick.
Oh,
Harry, thanks, buddy, for tuning in.
Way to stand up.
Amazing.
What time is
it? Solid 4.5 hours sleep coming his way.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's awesome. So on social media, is it HammerLane Customs on all of the different platforms, or is it HammerLane? Or
we got HammerLane Customs is on Facebook and Instagram. Hammer King and Hammer Queen on TikTok.
It's underscore.
Ooh.
Underscore.
Right.
No.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, and then I
love it.
Oh, your personal one?
On Instagram, I think you're HammerLane.
HammerLane. HammerLane ORC, I believe, on Instagram.
I have no idea.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Well, we'll put it in the show notes.
He's
so-
never seen it.
I'll text
Or
it.
just
He
check
doesn't-
out HammerLane
He doesn't
Customs.com.
even follow it. He's like, I don't
Okay.
follow those guys.
right?
Or
I don't know.
HammerLaneCustoms.com, and we have interactive garage and all that fun stuff. And I'm
No,
in the process.
TikTok. HammerLane 08. Look at there.
What's the wait about?
Stupid camera.
Wait, you're way too close.
I can't.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, there you go. You just changed it. Quit playing with TikToks. Oh, that's what Snapchat. Never mind.
Paul, I
That's funny.
can email you the links if I
Yeah,
need to.
we'll put them in the show notes.
Yeah.
I think I have most of them here. But yeah, definitely.
Bring you to
We
social
can link
media.
to them from your website. So yeah, awesome. Well, you know what? I gotta say this is a ton of fun. I appreciate you
Yeah,
all
it's
coming
great.
on. And I really appreciate learning more about the garage and the shop and you all and your journey. I think I don't know, it's just a ton of fun. You guys, I really appreciate you coming on. And
Right, so when you
we
want to
definitely
come to
need to have you on
Georgia,
again.
I told him to
Like
come
soon,
to Georgia,
soon.
and he was like, oh,
Actually,
soon.
I think
I can't make it.
I think no, I think we're gonna try and do at what's it called? The mountain there.
Oh, Iron Mountain.
Iron Mountain.
gotta-
I think we're
we
gonna
gotta
try and do
get-
an off-rodeo event, right?
We
For
gotta get Craig to
2023.
go. He's gonna do a bunch of.
Oh,
he's
with
gonna
Mike?
Yeah, Mike's got to convince Craig to like dump a bunch of rocks down some hills so we have something to drive over.
Adios, man. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we're
so
gonna
that-
try and get that on the schedule for the 20. So in 2023, we're gonna try and do 4 or 5 off-rodeo events, and George is on the list, and so is
Tennessee.
Windrock after Tennessee.
Windrock.
Tennessee, Oliver Springs.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will be there for all of it.
I have
Sweet.
some fast Windrock, so I'm good. You just tell me.
Nice. Okay, that's amazing. I will certainly do that. We'll definitely.
Well, if you're
get
going to
you,
go for more
come
than
out
3
with
days,
it.
it's cheaper to buy the annual pass anyway. So
Oh, right.
Is that right?
go to
Okay,
Windrock,
there you go.
buy annual pass.
Amazing. No, that's awesome. I hear it's
We're
such a
2.5
good time.
hours from it, so why wouldn't I, right?
We'll
Oh,
chip
yeah, no, that's-
in
Yeah.
after all this and
Do
come
that.
up with the dates and make sure we all align.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
dates sorted,
It'll
and
be a
then
good time for sure.
yeah, that'd be fun.
I'll
Awesome.
out.
All right. Well,
There you go. Challenge
Yes, well-
accepted.
that's right. I was gonna say Ryan's got to come with. So
Yeah, I'm ready.
all right.
Just bring
Well,
Brent so I can use his machine to
Oh,
help.
I don't know if Brent will go through all the Windrock stuff with that one.
He almost let me take it through the mud pit at Jeep Fest.
Did he? I
Yeah.
don't know.
He just told me I had to win $2,000 to wash it. I'm like, yeah, no.
It's a really
We'll just
expensive
take it-
car wash.
We'll just take it to my shop and I'll wash it. How about that? And then he backed out.
There
so,
you go.
He's like, forget about it. Yeah.
no.
He's good shit though.
The demon wouldn't
Yes.
like all that mud, trust me.
Oh
I
no.
wouldn't have ever done it anyway.
Right on.
So
Okay. Well, once again, thank you both for being here. Really appreciate
Yeah,
it, and
thanks
thanks
so much.
everyone who tuned in and stuck around
Thanks
to the
for having
end. Really appreciate you all. We're gonna be back next week at 8:30 ish. Same back
Ish.
channel on the old JeepBeef Facebook page
Always
live,
ish.
and then we'll be pushing it out to all. It's always ish. We'll be pushing it out to all the podcast audio channels afterwards. So if
In
you're
the
listening
entire
there,
world.
hit the like button. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're out. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks
See ya.
again. All right.
guys.
See you, everyone.